Hi everyone, hope you well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Vechain, but once again, thank you for your support, okay? If you're not a member of the Patreon group, do get involved in that community right now. Getting great feedback and really nice comments in there, and it's being warmly received, all the content. And big shout out and thanks to everyone that's helping contribute towards the growth of that as well, and Craig and Captain and all that, the CK team, the CK Angels are calling themselves. It's awesome. So it's great. Yeah, cool beans. It's all moving forward. It's nice and steady growth for Vechain at the moment. You can see, obviously, you got a little bit of extended, and we're consolidating. We're conforming to all this Elliott theory, ABC correction, and you may even fall lower. You're fully aware. And if you do fall lower, then put some cheeky bids on that 20 EMA right there. Look where that is right now. It's creeping right up to that support line that we've got on the go, the previous swing high. Originally, we had a bit of a deeper correction than that, but now looking at it, I don't anticipate that we will. If we was to correct, I don't think we'll come as far as that sort of 9 cents. I've moved it up a little bit to a previous swing high, which I've noted as well, which is actually the same wavelength as wave A as well, and C. So effectively, if we was to come down, that's what I'm saying, because no one's got a crystal ball. If we do lose this support now of this bull pennant that we've got going, because you see it's at a level of resistance, you see it at a level of support, see support and it's higher, you see that resistance and it's lower on a weekly basis, so you're forming a kind of triangular formation, higher highs, lower highs. You're coming into an apex, always indicative of a breakout pattern as well. So it's good, basically. It's good that you're adhering to that resistance and support. So it's a big thumbs up. You're not rolling over, you're not going to zero as someone anticipating. So you're not forming this kind of pattern where you've gone up, got overextended, you're just coming right back down to gravity, like I said to you, the 55. Because if you was just to capitulate here and come down to the 55, you'll be looking at a 6 cent Vechain token, and that from here is humongous. That from there to there is bear market. That's a bear market correction right there. That's what you do in bear markets. For example, this was the previous high, this green line that we've put in, this was a high of the previous bull market, and you can see, at one point that was down 93% with the corona dump. That's a bear market right there. If you was to top out here and come down into the bear market, say you've topped and you come into a bear market, you're looking at a 95% correction, so to speak. You're looking down there on this previous swing low of this wave one, previous swing high, of wave one, Elliott wave theory. It invalidates all Elliott wave theory and everything. ABC correction, see you later alligator. That's bear market. So that's like a 2 cent Vechain token. Personally, I've not got a crystal ball, but I don't think that the market's over yet. I think that we're sort of slowing down a little bit. Everything's got a little bit ahead of steam. There's a lot of greed in the market, and that's what you want to cool down and buy fair, basically. So yeah, it's looking relatively healthy for continuation in my book. Is Vechain. So right now I'm just going to jump onto the 4-hourly time frame for Vechain. Yeah, so looking at Vechain on the 4-hourly lane, it looks relatively healthy. It looks like you've formed some kind of double bottom right here. I'm going to zoom in on the hourly time frame in a minute to see if I can get a better picture, but it looks potentially, if you do start to march on here and get back through these EMAs, the 20, back test support, and the 55 as support, you might have a little reversal pattern on the go here, okay, because you can see what you've done. You've basically come down, you've made a low, and you come back up and you're making higher lows. So effectively, the selling pressure is running out of steam, so to speak. You see this? Double bottom like that. Do you see that? And once you break a level of resistance and back test the support, you can see a little bit of upside right there for Vechain. So what I'm going to do right now is zoom in on the hourly time frame and see if we can see anything. Okay, so you've got, it's almost like a sort of triangle. Look at this. So you've got this kind of formation going on where you've hit a level of resistance. Do you see this? And then you've got this support line as well, just here. So effectively, it looks like you've already broken out of this particular pattern and back tested the support. Do you see this? Because you broke down, you come into it, you started to trade sideways, making higher lows and lower highs, basically. You're coming into an apex, you broke out, you've back tested support. Do you see this? So you've rolled, start to come back down, back testing support, and right now you are marching on. And effectively, you have got a breakout target from this. If you don't roll over here and fall back under the EMAs and come back down into this pattern, invalidating this, there is a bit of a target right here, and it's from here to here like that, where you could see Vechain, which is effectively broke out already from there. This is where you could see Vechain pump to sort of towards this particular level right here. So do keep an eye on this over the weekend for Vechain. You might see a nice little pump here, continuation up to roughly that sort of area there. From here right now, that is roughly a 9% upside for Vechain, which will be really nice. So again, to get to that target, you've got to adhere to these EMAs. You've got to stay above them, because what will happen is, obviously, you backtest the support, and like I said to you, when you're above the EMAs, you backtest support, you're holding support, you creep up. That's where you might see that little 9% upside And so that could be nice at Vechain. So what you do need to see is obviously stay back above the EMAs on the hourly time frame, and you may see a nice little upside for Vechain there, up towards 20 cents, so to speak. Again, if you do start to roll, do anticipate that you can't come back into this particular pattern and start forming lower lows in here, because you can see you've come down and you're hitting a level of support, you're hitting a level of resistance, you're sort of coming in towards the apex where you broke out, back tested as support. Do you see this? This was resistance, you're back testing it as support, and you've actually broke out and above the EMAs. So it would be good to see a little pump for Vechain right now, up to that sort of 20 cent mark. Okay, so that's effectively Vechain. Again, if you do start to roll here and lose the EMAs, do anticipate that you could actually come back down and start to come back down to this low right here. So if you do start to lose the EMAs, this is the hourly time frame, don't forget. If you do start to roll and you start to come back under the EMAs, at that point, you know, look for a little short down to this particular area here of around about 15%, just to retest this low that you've got on the go there for Vechain. And again, I've given you the breakdown targets. If you want to see a bigger further correction, then obviously you've got the low there, and then you've got that C wave pullback down there as well for Vechain. So yeah, it's looking relatively healthy for a bit of upside. It's broken out of a bit of a this is called a horizontal triangle, effectively. You know, where you've come down, you're trading into it like that, and you sort of towards the apex, you got the breakdown target. You know, and if you'd have broke down, if you'd have broke out the other side as well, you know, wherever you'd have broke, that's your particular price prediction as well, right there. So you can draw these into your chart. They're really easy. Okay, so you can see that's where you broke, back test support. So that's your target from when you broke the level of resistance. So come to your charts, draw the pattern, so to speak. So that's a little Vechain update. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay tuned, and I'll be back tomorrow with an update. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.